All aboard!
This is Pelon and Chubby, episode 80. Back at it again with that good stuff. In the studio, we had an awesome presentation by Ed Hoffman, who's pitching his software. He has an app that keeps people on track. I guess we should get Pelon on that one. Also joining us, we got two lesbians and a wannabe sitting on the studio couch. Well, the one that's most vocal is none other than Kelly Chambers. Great stuff coming from LA. Improv queen, comedy, stand-up, actress. It's all good. And Chubby just barely hanging in there, doing what he's doing. Hanging with that San Diego Comedy League. This is Pelon and Chubby, episode 80. Doing what we do. Check us out.
Activate.
It's the Pelon and Chubby Show with your hosts Rich Salas and Guy Murray, talking about comedy and everything that crosses their mind. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show. And we're live.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the episode of the Pelon and Chubby Show. I'm Rick Salas.
And I'm Guy Murray.
And we are Pelon and Chubby together every Wednesday night here at 8 o'clock. Coming to you from the Pelon and Chubby studio. Tonight we got an incredible show for you guys. You are in for a super duper treat. What we got going tonight is we have on the love couch.
The
lesbians are here.
The lesbians are here.
The lesbians are here. It's kind of like a modern day Paul Revere kind of thing going on.
Hello.
And we have the distant relative making a guest appearance, a special guest tonight. Very special. I don't know if you ever watched when it used to be grainy and very hard to get online, and you had to rent the old VHS. Marilyn Chambers' offspring is here tonight. Heather, bringing the heat. Chambers. Boom, bringing it. She's gonna tell us about her. I don't know how long it's been. We're gonna find out. Look at. I don't even know what we're going to talk about. We don't know what's going down. We're all going to learn together.
I only had 2 talking points, but I think those are just going out the window already.
So the biggest thing we're going to talk about is Heather is...
Kelly.
Or Kelly, I'm sorry. Kelly, I messed up the heat. Kelly Chambers has been doing comedy up in L.A. and all over the place. Kelly Heat? Which one are we going with?
Kelly Heat Chambers.
There we go. All right. She's
it's 2 dykes and a poser.
Right.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
2 dykes.
Hey, 2 dykes and a track.
2 dykes and a micro dozer.
Right. She's a beginning lesbian, aspiring lesbian, an aspiring comic. She is up at Flappers in Burbank, I hear, where one of my good friends, Robert Duchesne, owns the joint pretty much. But he is a very he is probably one of the best writers I've ever been around, ever had the pleasure of hearing. So if you're in the same building as him by osmosis, you're going to get some of that good shit from him. So you've been up there, been working it out. Great, thanks. We're going to hear from her in a few minutes. She's going to chirp in every once in a while. Here, another good friend I haven't seen in a long, long time. He used to go by Eddie Hoffman. The Hoff was the quarterback at Rancho Buena Vista the first year they ever opened up, and they won CIF. They didn't even have not one senior, if I'm correct, on the team. My little brother, Mike Salas, was the inside linebacker with another kid. Now, this is a long time. This is probably before most of you fuckers were born. But he is involved in endurance racing and has come up with an incredible app that will help you track whoever you're there to see, make sure they're still alive. A shark hasn't eaten them in a triathlon or something. So it's pretty cool because once they go away, unless you have eyes of an eagle or you're in a helicopter, you don't know what the hell's going on. So I'd rather much see a blip, because as long as that blip is still moving, then you know that the person's okay and still going, right? So anyway, it's more complex. It's more fun than that. But he was here. He's talking about it. He's doing a presentation. He's looking for do-re-mi, some money to get this thing going the proper way. Anytime you want to get anything going, anything proper, you got to have a lot of cash. And so if you're interested in that, contact the Pelon and Chubby Show, and we'll hook you up with Eddie, and he will make you rich beyond reason. So just dive in. So what we're going to do, as we always do, we're going to cover what's going on in the week of Chubby and whoever else wants to jump in. Then we're going to jump into current events. And in between there, we may do a one-on-one hot seat interview with the young Kelly bringing the heat, Chambers. I just enjoy saying that. All right, so we're going to talk about her life and trials and tribulations, breaking into comedy, what she suffers from, ails from on a daily basis, and what gets her off. What she likes to do on her funsies time. So,
Have you ever heard of the book?
Right.
Moby Dick, I heard, is a great book. If you roll it up, serves as a different thing. All right. So it's going to be fun. Put your seatbelts on, fuckers. This is going to be a rough ride.
It's going to be a great one. What's up, Marcia? Hey, what's up, Marcy?
Marcy Estrella tuning in from Tracy, California, up in the Central Valley. What's going on? I got my, on the main stage, Marcy Estrella. Guys, make your way over there. Put some tips out. Feel like I'm at the strip bar.
Yeah, you do. Like
All right,
strip
nice,
bar.
huh? I got the strip bar voice going tonight. Oh, sexy.
Oh, the blacked out windows.
Do you know that little
Next to
shady
Juniors.
Which one?
It's 1968 on Santa Fe. It has blacked out windows right next
yeah?
to Juniors over.
Oh, that's a dispensary.
Oh, for
Why is it
This
so sneaky?
this is the green
There's
triangle.
a whole strip, yeah.
Everybody grows here, and all the dispensaries are down that street. There's about 10 of them.
Why is it so shady?
Yeah, but they're
though?
legal. Why
Because
does it
we're
look like a?
county. The city is not allowing these places to open up because they want their loot.
I
And
got
they
it.
want their
Why do
friends.
men only
They
do
want their friends.
And why do those men?
Why do
Because-
the men?
hey,
Shady
Because we all know if we let the dykes take over and run this fucking place, we're in trouble.
We're in hella trouble.
Why do you think Hillary didn't win? There would have been a discount on flannels and Subarus. Come on.
I want a Subaru.
See, you're a poser.
Hey, once you go full-fledged, you get your discount on Subarus. Come on.
So my lesbian card, my aspiring lesbian card.
What do the
Is it a Mini Cooper, though?
no? What do the gay men drive? BMWs.
Oh really?
Convertibles.
Yeah, but
BMWs.
everybody drives
And
BMWs.
No,
so
yeah.
not
You
have
just
a
gay men.
BMW.
But because I'm aspiring.
I'm inspired.
Hey, I just want to, just in case it's the first time I suck a dick, I like it. I want to be prepared, right? So it's
So I
not
got
much
the
of a
car,
conversion.
I got the
I'm
life.
already gonna have to start dressing better. You know what I mean? It's
He's
just
got
one
the
of
car,
those
he's got the life, he's got the beard wife. Yeah, that's all working.
I can even
like
do the
it.
accent. I've been working on it, extending my syllables.
Yes, sis.
Balance
Yes,
them out.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just noticed.
So, my friends and I were out the other day, and right, that's all I gotta do is extend a few syllables. Here and there. It's perfect.
Wow.
I'm gonna make a YouTube video how to feel more accepted by the gay community.
Oh my God, that would be so huge.
Yeah, it would.
That'd be the most viral thing you did since last night.
Yeah, for
What
sure.
did you do last night?
Touched himself.
This is where you cue the song.
All right, so let's make the rounds here. Would you like to take the first trip on this,
Take the first trip is in
or
the
do you
hot
want to see
seat.
how it's done first?
I have no idea. I
right,
just
so
came.
guys-
I just came for a beer and all.
I
of a
just
sudden-
came for a beer. All of a sudden, I'm in a
You're
hot
fine.
seat. It was like this, like this. So anyway,
You guys
it's been an
broke it.
awesome week. It's Wednesday. It's Hump Day, and I love coming down here to do another show recording and to go live with this man right here on my side. Just got a couple shows and a graduation this weekend. Looking forward to that. Every time they invite me to something like that, I know I'm going to wind up doing video
Or DJing?
or DJing.
Right.
It's like I can't get a proper introduction or a proper invitation to anything. I never get to go out. They don't let me out. But when I do go out, I'm either performing, I'm DJing, or I'm doing video. So I don't know.
It's like when there's somebody in the family that's a mechanic. And
That guy's always-
over for quinceañera, or let's not use that because
I can't say the word.
There's about 25 fuckers that can fix a car there.
Yeah, there's definitely more than that.
So it's more like, you get put to work right away. You know, hey, you know a little something about that.
Yep.
So who's graduating?
It's my partner that has the tax office. I've known him for almost 20 plus years, and I basically call her my daughter. And I told him yesterday in a candid conversation that she was my daughter. She's graduating from UC San Marcos and doing it big in veterinarian studies and stuff. Veterinary science, and finishing that out, top honors of her class, doing it big.
Is that a new school in San Marcos?
What? It's the Harvard under the hill.
UC San Marcos?
Well, it's a state school. It's a state school. State credit.
I'm fucking with you. Non-college motherfucker.
Yeah.
But,
You don't go to school.
Cal State
Cal
University.
State
San
University.
Marcos. Big difference.
It's a big difference.
2,000 a year,
okay.
a semester, or 20,000 a
1,000 a year.
semester.
That's a big difference. That is a big difference. Anyway, other than that, it's just all cruising, being the chubby man that I like to be.
Right.
It's all good. It's been a great week.
Beautiful.
Oh, I'm changing my work schedule now.
Oh.
Fuck, man. So
Make
it's
sure
gonna
you
be,
tell everybody.
Well, I'm changing my work schedule.
Right.
I've given up my Fridays off. I will now be taking Thursdays off because my team needs me.
You work Saturdays?
When I'm doing shows. No, I don't work Saturdays. Don't have to work Saturdays unless it's overtime. So I won't push it.
Elias Salas tuning in. What's up, man?
What's up,
Michael
Elias?
DeVindo,
Big brother?
our usual
Little brother.
No, he
And
is a
Kathy
cousin.
Salas is in the house.
He's a cousin. Elias is a cousin, and then Michael DeVindo's here every week. He's one of the usual suspects.
That's one of the usual suspects. Mm-hmm. You still owe me $5, Michael.
Hey, can you give me a little squirt?
Yeah.
The little-
Hey, whoa! It's not that kind of
Warming
show.
up.
Right,
Got
fuckers, hey,
BW.
everything tonight isn't.
Back.
Everything tonight isn't innuendos.
Or out the window, because that shit's crazy.
Not all of it.
Squirt you in though.
Right, so Kelly, this is where if you choose to, you can take your turn to talk about what you've done throughout the week.
what
If you
I
got
did this
anything
week.
exciting. So Kelly, what's gone on in your neck of the woods? Or Ed, under the light. Go ahead.
What's exciting this week? I lost my dog.
Oh no!
That was not very exciting, but yeah, I got to run around Hollywood and ask a lot of people if they'd seen a gray cattle dog, and learned that one or 2 in 4 people in Hollywood either don't want to speak to you or don't speak English, which is really interesting. But anyway, I did find him. Someone posted on Nextdoor. Thanks, Nextdoor.
Thanks,
Nextdoor's
Nextdoor.
good for
Thanks,
that.
Nextdoor,
And I'll
yeah.
tell you what, I hate that Nextdoor thing with like every fucking dog, right?
It's all-
But
it's
until
basically
it's
a
your
dog.
dog,
Until it's your dog.
Yeah.
until it's your dog, you're like, yes, right?
Yeah, they post about break-ins and dogs.
Yeah, the break-ins are what's killing me.
And I'm like,
Right.
I guess I'm
I mean,
living a
it's
really
taking my day
shitty
job,
neighborhood.
it's everywhere.
Right. And then it's almost like, did I move to the right place? Should I sell my house?
Fine
Someone's
neighbors on my
casing,
head.
yeah, people are casing your house
Yeah.
or looking suspiciously into
Yeah.
your window or not picking up their dog poop.
So the dog is the losing and finding was the highlight of your
was
week?
that the highlight? I was about to do an improv comedy show at UCB, but my dog, I just learned my dog ran away, so I had to leave my show just as it was about to go on and then go run around like a crazy person and yell, Banjo! Banjo!
Nice.
Dog
So that
named
was-
Is that the
Banjo.
exact accent you used?
I did many accents,
There you
but
go.
my Ukrainian one is strongest.
Oh, some
Can we hear it? Can we hear
Ukrainian.
it?
Banjo!
I can't discern the difference between.
No,
It sounded pretty.
no, this is good.
The old
This is
Yugoslavia.
We have problem.
Banjo.
We have a problem. Banjo. He's no more. He's gone.
He said no more. He said no.
But
Oh, we found Banjo. Thank you.
That's good.
Banjo was found.
Yes. So Banjo.
Yeah.
So you do improv like with a troupe?
With a troupe, with my comrades. No, I do, I am still, somehow, at my tender age, I still take class. But
Oh,
I
shit.
perform stand-up, but then I was in an improv comedy class. But yeah,
Okay.
I studied at Groundlings, I studied at UCB.
Right on.
Studied, as in, like,
Sick.
still pay. I just go and I'm like, take $500 so I can still learn.
At what age do you become chewy?
What time do I become chewy?
At what age do you become chewy?
Oh, I don't know.
You said at your
Depends.
tender age. I'm just curious.
Depends
How much longer do you have
whose
before you're
mouth I'm
chewy?
in.
Before you like
Yes.
chewy.
You're like going from a medium rare to
Yeah, you go from.
Hard to
I think
handle.
it's just kind of
One
like
day you
over,
wake up
over hard.
Just over hard.
I'm just over hard.
Yesterday I was
a
tender,
piece of bark.
but today I'm chewy.
Yeah, it's like Creative blue balls.
I'm roughage now.
You go from a fillet to beef jerky.
Man, if it was gonna happen, it's happening here in this couch tonight.
Oh, it's going down.
This is it.
We don't even
All
have
my
a
experience
casting
robbing this garage.
cash.
We're gonna get more into the life of Chambers in a minute here.
Heat chamber.
Heat
chamber.
I gotta say the whole name. All right, Kelly Heat Chambers.
KH.
I can't even do an abbreviation.
KHC.
So thanks for asking. My week has been fabulous.
Well, there we go.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks.
Roll credits.
Yeah.
Antsy.
Yeah. So this week in the life of what happened this week? Not much.
Just,
we
sounded
hung
like
out.
not much.
We did get an email notice that Pelon and Chubby made it onto a TV show.
Well, we're going to the next round.
Well, hold on.
Pump the brakes.
Okay, we made it to the
next
final
round.
step
Yeah.
of before. We just got to make sure we pass the criminal
Well, yeah, the criminal background check.
which is suspect.
For a game show.
We are going to be on. I'm thinking positive.
Let's do it. We are going to be
On America
Says.
on the Game Show Network. Sometime in May we tape,
Yeah.
and then who knows? I don't know.
It's going to be
How long does it take for it to air?
usually it's about 3 or 4 months before it airs. If we win big, you'll hear about it from us.
Wait, so you guys are actually going to participate as game show
Participants?
Right.
We need the word.
We need credits.
We need
credits?
TV credits.
something to
TV
put on.
credits. We're gonna
so you're starting with yes.
we're gonna be
Yeah.
Starting with the bottom.
Sure. Well, we've done better things than this, but
the pinnacle.
we need a little volume. Like we need to fill the
That's when you
resume.
can win some money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going on there to be. I'm just going on there to be an ass. To tell you the truth.
It's 15,000, but it's
No,
something.
not a host, but she's been on a few game shows.
I did some game shows.
You done some game shows
Oh,
with
yeah.
with what company?
It's something to show off about.
There you go. Which one were you on? Which one were you on?
I was on Dog Eat Dog. And
Oh,
then more
shit.
recently, the one that Craig Ferguson hosted, which was called Celebrity Name Game.
Oh,
I love that.
Which is really, and we won. Well, we won the other team.
Okay.
We didn't win the grand.
how much did you win?
1,500 bitches.
Don't spend it all in one place. But no, that's great. That's hey, that's 1,500. That's 1,500 more than you had before.
Absolutely.
Until you file your tax.
Till you file your taxes.
I was on Singled Out in 95.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What?
And I did. What was the other one where the jury, the audience?
Now I'm not feeling so special about this one.
Well, no, I don't. I guess. Hey, and they say every third person, and especially if you're in Hollywood, you're going to be on TV.
Oh my god.
Oh no, she
Was in a movie.
Shut the front door.
Oh
Which one?
my God, she was
Chamber.
the killer.
No, she was. It was awesome.
Kelly Heat Chambers, folks.
What?
That was,
She was the
So,
killer.
let's talk.
She's the killer.
All right, fuck
The
it.
real killer.
All right,
Oh,
we're gonna.
wait.
Hey, we're
We saw it
gonna.
at the arc light with the
No,
real
no.
butter and the popcorn.
Okay.
I
We're
feel bad that Elias Salas has to listen to this.
no. He's liking it. Look.
Hey, Google that shit, homie.
We are going to bypass.
Send us a link.
Google the Heat Chamber and the Soul Killer. Soul Killer's on Amazon. You can buy it.
Oh my God. Really?
Soul killer.
All right.
No, but look.
Look.
For reals.
For reals.
We're gonna bypass my boring life.
Yeah, we
And we're
just blew it all
We're going to do
up.
push back current events, and we're gonna get into the life, and let's just like
Chasing fame.
let's
That's
yeah.
so hideous. My worst
Now, we
nightmare.
need-
Chasing fame. I want to be a veterinarian. I should have done that.
Holy
that was my,
snap.
And that is hard.
And you would know not to be able to chase Banjo through Hollywood.
I love you,
Chased a patient.
So what movie was this?
The Heat Chamber or the Soul Killer? Or there's also the Dream Killer.
Gosh,
All top-notch films.
that's a movie I could be in. Like, God, this sounds like a great idea. And then I show up and they're like, fuck, this is what I thought it was.
No, Soul Killer's
This is what I thought it was. I thought you were going to be much better than that. Well, I tried. Sorry. So, all right, so let's get into this, Kelly. What, all right. Where do you hail from? Where's home originally?
I hail from San Diego. I grew up in good old Coronado.
Coronado.
Yeah.
Oh, so you had a lot of rough life there, I'm sure.
Really rough.
What,
We were solid middle
Are the
class.
parents fucking filthy rich? What's the
No,
story?
my dad was a coffee salesman. He opened a company called the San Diego Espresso Company.
Oh.
Very middle class, but he was there before Starbucks, so he was like the first street vendor with these Italian style coffee carts that sold premium.
He bought his house like a long time ago, or what?
No, my grandma owned the lot, and so we knocked her house down and then built a new. But the property is the most expensive.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no shit.
We suffered hard.
So he opened up a company. Anybody that opens up a company has a few commas in their bank account, on their ATM receipt. And I'm sure you guys weren't suffering in any way. I'm assuming.
You did something as late as
Coronado.
coffee.
Once you cross
coffee
the
in
bridge.
Coronado, so.
I don't know. I don't think there's a whole lot of. Right. So coffee. Maybe he was pretty good at
I just
selling
lost
coffee.
all your listeners. I'm like, relatable.
It doesn't always have to be a struggle. It's like, hey, how about this story?
They
I gave up millions to chase my dream in comedy. Right?
Did you?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh.
Right.
But did you do that? Did you give it millions to trace your?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah. Eddie will tell you I came from a fucking very humble upbringing.
Oh, really?
Whew. Yeah. And I don't have any fucking like mental problems from it. I don't blame.
It's actually sometimes better for you.
You think?
Well, not to be
Fuck that. I'd rather have
I'm not
all the
talking like
money.
abuse, but I mean being engaged with your life and having to work and not thinking that things fall from trees. I think there's something very fortifying about that.
I would have rather had everything fucking handed to me
Really,
and not have
though?
to fucking do nothing.
Hand in hand, like this.
Why not?
You
If
wouldn't
I
have
had
had
my
you
choice,
wouldn't
could I
have
have
had
my
your-
choice?
I don't know. I think it's like it gives
Hey,
you
I
something
would
to work
appreciate
against.
everything today just as much.
You
You
would?
say that, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, in case
Come
I
on.
do. Hey, like right now, I wouldn't have to be peddling for fucking dollars to start these couple little businesses thing, if my parents would just fork over the fucking loot, right? But they don't have it, so then I gotta do something different.
Gotta light
I gotta
it
go
up.
out there and fucking put on the tap shoes and fucking dance. Can I have a few dollars for this fucking great idea, right?
Shuffle, baby, shuffle.
Do the jig, motherfucker.
Put some
All right,
blackface on and make it rain.
Like I know why they're not giving you money. Give me 3 tips.
So getting back to the modest upbringing in Coronado, so you went to school in Coronado?
Hashtag so middle class.
Right. So you went to school there?
No.
I went to the prestigious private Coronado Academy.
There goes the modest upbringing.
I'm getting to Coronado High School.
Well, I went to
kicked out of
what's that school in La
I
Jolla?
get to the wait, I stayed on the
Not
island.
the day.
Country Day.
Country La
Yeah, we
Jolla
went
Day.
there, but we didn't have
La
any
Jolla
money.
Day. We went there for lunch and kept on going afterwards.
We snuck into the cafeteria and stole the food. Right? No, but like, all right. So you went to school at some private school
I
in
went to
Coronado,
school.
and
Yeah.
then after you graduated high school, where'd you end up?
I went to LA to become an actress.
Why?
I guess I needed love. I
A
don't
waitress
really
or an
know.
actress? That's something
I
you
became
do
a
in
bartender.
LA. A
Did
you go
bartender?
to-
There you go.
Easy.
Stuff.
You needed love?
I don't
What
know.
was-
I
what
mean,
was the
I
lack of-
wonder sometimes. I do wonder. Did I really want to be an actress? I was very little. I think you should really trust what you want to do when you were very small.
When I'm alone
I wanted to be a
in my
vet.
room, I like to stare
That's
at
all
the
I
wall,
wanted.
and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me there's a guy for the
It's
first
okay,
time.
it's
This
just
is the
background
first time in
music.
her life.
Oh,
This-
so
I
it's
see
Oh,
love,
sorry.
and there I was, giggling about the games that I
But yes.
played with Eddie Hoffman. I'm
We
not
have
saying
a
no
musical
names.
interlude.
How did you? Is your tongue that pink naturally? Or did you?
So cute.
Wow. All right, so you moved to LA for love and fame.
No, I wanted to be an actress. I mean, did I move for fame? I hope not. God.
So in high school, you
I
you
would
did some
act.
acting.
No, I was so shy and terrified of not being cool. I didn't do any acting.
So
I did
why-
acting when I was really young, when I was like 8.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, boys came into the picture. I started chugging rum. Got expelled from high school as a sophomore.
Wow.
And then,
getting
but I
juicy.
was, was
Why
very.
would you chug rum?
Because I could
Was that
actually.
like your layup drill warm-ups for the
That was warm-ups
the
for the
deed
winter,
that you
the
had
winter
to do?
ball.
Right.
So I could,
Shit.
actually carry myself as a human being.
So you moved to LA and you're
So I
like,
moved to LA.
I never
went
have
to
done this
school.
before, but fuck it,
Yeah.
I want to be an
I
actress.
had a lot of natural confidence.
There you go.
Yeah, and I was in a Levi Spec commercial.
Did you have any speaking in that?
In the Levi Spec? No speak in the Spec. What did I do? I did the heat chamber. I mean, I did a lot of indie stuff. Did a lot of copy
No, it's
credit
good.
meals. Applied to everything.
All right.
But I was I was nervous. I was shaking in auditions, and then I loved the groundlings, loved the improv. But I had a real, you have to go straight after that. You have to just hit that.
So then, when was the moment of
huge
like kind
success?
semi breaking it,
Breaking the seal?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, probably when I started doing stand-up.
Where was
So-
the first place you ever
Did
got up?
stand-up? Let's see, I tried to go to the Pig and Whistle, but it was so dark, I walked out. So then I went to this place called Eno Vino, which means wine of the Eans.
Sure. So that's the first place you ever got up?
So I got up.
And how much time did they give you?
I got 5 minutes.
Wow, that's a lot for a first time. All right, so 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
And how did you do?
I did okay. I
Not
got
what
some
they all
compliments.
No, that's not what they told you.
Not what they all told you, but
What-
how did you
how
feel?
did you-
They said, good job. It's your first time.
Yeah, they all do that.
No, I did a 10-day silent meditation, and the only reason I did stand-up was because I woke myself up. This had never happened to me before, where I woke up and I could still hear myself doing stand-up comedy. And I said I would never do stand-up. I thought it would be so terrifying.
Wow.
I'm not an extrovert.
How did you feel the first time?
I mean, scared. I really did. I wasn't like, oh my God, I found my life path.
But then it wasn't that bad?
It wasn't that bad. And I think I'm all about doing things that make you afraid and
Right
just
on.
doing them. Because
Right.
then it's like one less thing you're afraid of, and it opens up so many other doors. Like, I would not be here speaking into this
Quasi. So look, you made it through that whole thing, which is the best thing, and you felt good about what you did. But you do realize that you were probably fucking horrible, which is okay.
No, I wasn't
because
horrible.
that's because that's what
I had lots of.
She got.
And they're all going to tell you, look, every comic when you come off stage is always going to be.
No, I wasn't
That's
great.
going to say, oh, you did great, good job, nice set.
No, but I had.
But the reality is,
So full of
No,
it.
look, I do. Now that I have a little more experience, I do sometimes I'm horrible. Like most open mics, I'm like, oh my
well, you
God.
got to crash and burn. But
Yeah.
you have to know that in the very beginning you were fucking terrible, and that you get better. The more you get up, the more you get better. So
Yeah, I
where
hope
is your
so.
favorite place now to perform?
You know, I'm a big fan of Flappers.
Yeah.
They're so user friendly.
Because it's 2 blocks from the house. No,
2 blocks from my house.
No, wait, is it a drive?
Yeah, it's like 26 minutes in traffic.
Struck it.
So how long from the first time you got up until now has it been?
Let's see. It's been like probably only 15 months.
Okay.
Damn.
Right. So you're
Pretty
still a little.
I still
on the-
suck.
No.
She's moving up.
Well, yes.
She's
moving up.
She got promoted.
Yes.
No.
Look, hey,
Is she a door holder now?
look, remember Russell?
Flappers.
Russell.
A flower.
My
Russell
best
Brand?
ever shows.
Huh?
all
Russell
Flappers.
Brand?
No.
Oh,
Another Russell.
Russell Crowe.
no.
Not a favorite.
He's
It's not that favorite.
hilarious.
He's
Please.
a comic, young comic. He's very good.
Oh.
He goes up to LA sometimes. But I told him one day.
One day what?
I told him. I said, "Hey, Russell, just remember this, man. You have a lot of talent. You're going to be very, very good. But as soon as you start thinking you're good,
Forget it.
remember you fucking suck.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Every
so
day.
when you think you're good, you're really not.
I suck every day.
So he came up to me like 4 years ago, and he said, "Hey, man, that was some of the best advice I could have ever heard, and at that particular time, it was perfect because I thought that I was good. I thought that I was finally better than most of these guys, and really I wasn't. And so it just gave me a little more drive to become better."
Yeah.
And I'm not fucking like, rocket scientist. I don't know shit, but I do know this. We got to constantly work. We got to constantly write. We got to constantly be, fresh and take what we do seriously. and know that entertaining. The worst thing I've ever heard is a comic come off the stage and like, fuck, that was a terrible crowd. They didn't get me. Yeah. Right? Well, fucker, they're not supposed to get you. It's your job to get them. And if you didn't do that, you failed as a fucking comic, as an entertainer.
Word up.
Right? So figure out who you're dealing with. You got to figure that out in the first couple minutes, and then you got to fucking crush it. And trust your material. If you don't trust your material, if you don't trust what you're doing, if you don't believe that your shit is funny, then don't even fucking say it. Get off the stage, because they're going to know whether you think your shit is funny or not. They're going to feel it. So if you write it, fucking say it like it's funny. Say it like you mean it. Say it like, you know, like you fucking believe in yourself. Yeah. And that's the biggest mistake that comics make. They'll do a joke half-assed, and then they'll say it, and then they'll wait for the crowd's response, and the crowd will be like, and they'll be like, oh, I fucking suck. No, your delivery, the joke may have been good, but your delivery was fucking piss poor and awful, and you didn't look like you were having fun. Like I was telling Ed earlier, there's some people that you'll watch on these American Idol and Voice.
Says.
Well, not so much that one, but all the singing shows, right?
The Chambers.
And you'll hear the person sing the song, and you'll be like, fuck, that person can sing.
Yeah.
Right? But then the next person comes up there and sings a song, and you're like, no, that person loves music. And you feel it. They might not be as good a singer,
Right.
but they love music. They feel music. And that's that. You can have the best joke in the world, and you deliver it, and people laugh. But if you can do that joke, and the person's like, boy, that fucker's funny, and she really loves comedy, and that fucking joke moved me, that's a big deal right there. That's a game changer right there. That's what puts you on TV. That's what gets a producer to come up and ask you to do stuff.
Let the record show.
What's that?
I said, no, that's very good advice.
Well, thank you. Every once in a while,
Every once in a while, he comes with a gem.
90.
What's your sign?
Oh, she's an astrologer.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Are you going to do some Reiki and shit on
You
me?
guys ever heard of Yahoo?
Yahoo?
You ever heard of Google? She wrote the
Starbucks?
Yeah, exactly. She's famous. Oh, what you got there in your little
Affirmation card. Overcoming adversity.
I always tell him, keep that shit away from me, man.
He bursts into flames and shit every time.
Oh man, do we need to see this
Fucking
place
witchcraft
all
shit. Next thing you know, someone's going to be doing Reiki on me. And fucking...
My affirmation card for the day was it's adversity. Overcoming adversity. Adversity is the roadblock in life's path. The boss who never gives you a compliment. The house that can't be fixed. The jealous family member. But instead of viewing these things as an obstacle, look at them as building blocks for your personal growth. Overcoming adversity.
Did she start snoring?
She starts snoring.
Holy fuck. That's probably accurate, though.
I like that.
I don't look at it.
Horrible.
I never believe any of that shit. It's all bullshit.
It's
what
all
you make
true.
of it. It's what you
The
make of
obstacle is the way. That's a book. I would read you quotes.
Truth be told, though, if you need your cards read,
I would be told.
Keith Chambers.
Oh, are you into all that, too?
Yeah, that's
What?
her main gig. That's what she makes the money from.
Stop.
Some moolah.
Flappers,
So, yeah, what is the day
Flappers
job?
Bud Night.
Flappers pays me in drink tickets. Tarot pays me in cold hard cash.
So you do tarot readings?
Tarot cards for real.
I do tarot and astrology. Yeah.
Shut the
I went to.
fuck
I'm
up.
going. I'm actually in San Diego, so I'm going to an astrology retreat for 4
That's
days.
where at in
Alpine.
Yes,
How do you
ma'am. Because a lot of
Because he's a
my
fucking weirdo, too.
I'm not a weirdo.
Not a weirdo.
I'm not a weirdo. Yeah, a lot of my
Come
people,
on,
a lot of
man.
my people, my readers are going there, and I've got I work at Hay House Publishing, and so
Oh,
we.
yeah. Do you know Stephen Forrest?
I know Stephen Forrest.
Oh, have you met him?
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Meeting of the
actually, I've met
fucking...
Okay.
Right.
She also wrote a book that was
Right.
published.
Oh,
You wrote a
nice.
published
She's got
book?
many talents.
Well, I wrote the
Yes,
book.
she's the Jill of Matrix. And it's
Right?
Hilarious.
Let's pick one and get good at it.
I also
you-
do sugar waxing.
Wait, you do what?
It's like that guy that hands you like 5 different cards. I got all these businesses. Hey,
all
fucker,
these
how about
businesses.
you pick one and get good at it?
Cake decorating.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh no.
Cake decorating. I can get you. I can connect.
I've got
you.
25 businesses.
Ordained minister. I dog walk.
Seriously, no.
She actually married us.
Chauffeur to the gates.
I truly like a true pioneer, an entrepreneur, not an entrepreneur nigger, but an entrepreneur.
We're getting racial here.
Or paneer.
He said it.
Entrepreneur.
I use the neighbor word.
He says neighbor.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur neighbor.
Edgar Chavez, what's up, dog? Tuning in, Mary Ann McCoy. Is
I
that
tried
one
to
of
do a
yours?
couple of porn shows. Yeah, no, it was entrepreneurs.
Is that what? No, is that one of yours?
No, that's you wouldn't see him.
John James, what's up, Ray?
John
Good to
James
see
in the
you.
house.
That
What's
was
up, man?
the guest that's riding the motorcycle. Did you see?
Motorcyclist.
He was a guest on the show. Do you see that poster of him riding the motorcycle? Do you see it there, Ed?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Let's. All right. So what's he say? Everything looks good. Thank you. Sipping in. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Always sipping on something.
Got that yak.
Which one is this? This is the dark one, huh?
That's the dark.
That was the one on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hockey. Hockey.
Hockey.
No, that is.
It's not what it says.
That's retro.
It's a fire truck, right?
The one on the left is Modelo.
Modelo, but it's
Feel free, grab one, bro.
some salt
You
on
good?
the rim. That's what
No
I'm
drinking?
talking about.
Retired?
No, he's got a presentation tomorrow.
What? So one beer?
He's got a presentation tomorrow.
Up. Are you one of
Yeah, my
those?
show tomorrow.
Oh, what's your show? Oh, for your app.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, for your app.
So what?
big.
Are you worried about
It's all
having a
Irish
beer
and you're
and
gonna be like,
fuck it up?
Yeah, I'm not sharp when I.
I'll tell you what. You know what I do before a show? I down like fucking 4 or 5 beers real quick,
Before the
or a
show?
couple of shots before I go out there.
Yeah.
Fuck that. You know, people ask me, "Are you ever nervous before a show?" And sometimes I am, right? But I realized after a few years that the more nervous I am before a show, the better I do.
Oh, really?
Really, which is weird.
Yeah, you
So-
want to be. There's like a
The fine
sweet
line.
spot
Yeah.
where you want to have some stakes.
Yeah.
You don't want to just be so laissez, that.
So when they ask me, "Are you nervous about the show?" I'm like, "I hope I will be."
I will be.
I know it's going to be a great show then. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first time I've presented in front of people in a long time. So it's.
Do you know the size of the audience?
30 to 40 people.
And then,
Nice.
and so who are you talking to though?
Angel investors of all types.
So they're all there to potentially
Yeah,
invest.
4 people are pitching.
Four people.
Different
So my
things.
motto is that I'm gonna practice a couple days, and that's it. Like you had 15 months of going out there on stage.
Yeah.
This is my first time, so I'm gonna do it like kind of like how the singers kind of like leave it all out there. On my fucking joke, really, really.
Hey, I'll
bad.
tell you, I just found your perfect
But-
intro just now.
Oh, what?
Perfect intro for you.
Kelly.
Icebreaker, and it makes it to where they're going to actually be a little more sympathetic. And you tell them, listen, I was going to bring in somebody that is an incredible presenter of this product. I was going to make this thing super huge, but this is like one of my first times ever presenting an idea, and it's my idea, and I want to make sure you get it. So the product is incredible. I'm super lousy at presenting, and it'll get a laugh. And they don't expect anything after that.
Yeah.
You can twist it however you want, but you just let them know that, hey, my game isn't presenting. My game is making you money.
Yeah.
And I know my product.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for, floss and gloss and that'll help you if anybody else comes out and they're super strong at presenting, it'll disqualify everything because they're going to look for content.
Yeah.
That's a good advice.
That's big.
That is good advice.
How, Pelon?
You were full of
It's like that. You know what?
You are full of it.
It's like this. I can give you during football season. I can give you every good bet.
Yeah, you said I'm gonna
Right?
be counting on
But
you,
if I
man.
put $1 on it, that fucker will lose. I promise you, it will lose. So I'll put $1 on one way. You bet the other way, you'll win. I guarantee
Do you
it.
think you have psychic abilities?
Oh yes.
Do you?
Oh, look, check
Are you a
this out.
Scorpio?
No, but I fucked a few. Look,
He's got a qualifier for
Right.
everything.
So
I
here's-
fucked a few. That makes me good. It's good. Good as gold.
so here's what happened. They used to have a game at Carl's Jr. I don't know if you remember this. These little cards that they would hand out, and they had a question on it, trivia question type, and then there was 6 boxes that you would scratch off. You would have to scratch off the right answer. You couldn't scratch any more than that. I wouldn't read the question. I would just stare at the card, and one of the boxes would come at me, and I would scratch it and won every single time.
You could win
Never
more than
lost.
cheeseburgers. You know that?
Right, never lost. Never lost a
Remember that
card.
thing called the lotto?
So if you scratched other ones, you would lose. So we're like, oh, that happened one. Okay, you got a lucky 1 out of 6 chance, whatever. Dude, they would put like 30 cards in front of me, and I would do 30 out of fucking 30.
That's insane.
How nuts is that?
And I'm still trying to figure out why we're sitting here.
Why are we sitting here?
Yeah.
Well, you don't think I've tried? You don't think I've tried it on other shit? I was like, staring at a lottery ticket. Fuck, nothing.
You can't do it.
3 hours later?
Self-interest, maybe. Maybe if you bought a lottery ticket for
someone
somebody
else,
you care
an
about or a
altruistic-
needy family.
Yes.
The
Yeah, I've
psychic,
tried-
the philanthropist psychic. Maybe
I bought one with some dude that had no arms, no legs, thinking I was fucking gonna, help him out. Nothing.
I'm sorry, that's so funny.
That's just funny.
I think missing just
Don't
a
cover
digit
that
is
up.
enough.
That was funny.
No, we need all those laughs, like Adam says. Adam Richard, don't cover those up. I need those.
It's like Lieutenant Dan on a skateboard.
Left. His head?
His name was Bob. Or Skip, if he was water skiing. Those are terrible jokes. I'm sorry.
My friend was here. She'd probably want to know.
What's that?
She'd be yelling in the background.
I was in a comedy show last week, and the host used the word retarded as part of a joke. And my friend who has who's married to someone who had a sister with Down syndrome, they do a lot of advocacy work, and she got up in the middle of the crowd. She's like, "You can't say that. You're not allowed to say that word in the middle of the show." And I was, and it was, they're both sort of like, you're allowed to say, you're in the crowd, you're allowed to say something. He did not he tried to apologize, and he kind of got angry, and then he's like, you know how hard it is to be up here, and then he kind of got the crowd involved.
Oh, he lost.
I don't know. Yeah, he lost. Well, I don't know who. Yeah, exactly.
So here's what I say.
Yeah, tell us.
My daughter is autistic, right? And so we'll be in the store, and somebody will get annoyed because she's stepping on their feet or getting too close or whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh, excuse me," and then she has no response. She doesn't move, nothing, right? And like doesn't get out of the way. And I yell out louder than I probably should, right? She's fucking retarded. I'm sorry.
No, you don't.
I swear on everything.
Oh.
And then the people are like, oh my God, I didn't know. I said, well, don't be such an asshole. And then I grab her and we walk away.
I have like,
Chills.
if a word could be on
Chills?
my face, like right now, I'd be shocked. Seriously?
Let
Oh,
the
yeah.
camera show.
Because they're being such an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's fucking retarded. What do you expect? Right?
Well, I
Give her a
guess
fucking break.
you're in a position where you can use
I'm
that.
good with it.
Or-
I cried
I
for
don't-
like the first 2 months that I found out, but now I'm okay with it. Like the first, the first time I ever said, when I got, like, when I was younger, and Eddie will tell you, I wasn't a fat kid. I was in decent shape.
He was all right.
Right?
He was
You
all
weren't around. You weren't around. You only know
That's
myself
for
as fat.
chubby
pictures.
too.
But the first time I could call myself fat, do you know how fucking relieved I was?
lost power.
Like I'd be out playing basketball and these young kids would be like, "Oh, you're a fat old man." I'm like, "Fuck you, you cocksucker," right? and I would fucking lose my shit. And then after I finally accepted and I could say it myself, like, "Yeah, I'm fat." Is that all you got? That's the fucking most obvious thing. How stupid you are. To point out something so fucking easy. Like, come up with something original, right? If you're gonna come up with something.
Right.
The worst thing you should feel about is that this fat old man is fucking running you on the basketball court. That's what you should feel, bad about.
Dan
But I'll tell you
Castillo,
what,
what's up?
the biggest fucking relief of my life was being able to say that.
Yeah.
And then say my kid is retarded. I know people don't like it, but whatever. It's fine. That's my way of dealing with it. I laugh about everything, Like there was a joke I did one time on stage, and I said, "Hey, remember the original miners, the original ones, not the Chilean and all them, the original miners that got stuck in the mines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
There was like 12 of them or something, right, in the Midwest or whatever.
Yes.
So,
30 days.
so they were down there, right? And all the news cameras, everybody told them. They said, "Hey, and all the officials were there, and they're like, "We're bringing them up." They called all the families. 12 or 11 survived, and only one died. Right? All the families are there. They bring them up, and they were wrong. 11 died, and only one survived.
Oh God, no, really?
And in the newspaper the next day, they called it a minor mistake.
You were so
So I did that joke on stage, and people were like, "Oh my God." Too soon.
They didn't say that in the news. They didn't say that in the newspaper?
Yeah, the newspaper, everything
They
reported
made a
it.
joke on it?
No, it was my joke.
Oh.
I said in the newspaper, the headline read it was a minor mistake. That they got it reversed.
Jesus.
Too soon?
Gracious.
right there.
Gracious.
Well, people were giving me a hard time about that. But you know what? If we can laugh about shit, it's better than crying about it. So I always, try and find funny in everything, even if it's like a, major catastrophe of some sort. There's always funny there, and as comics, we're allowed to talk about it. People can't. They don't feel right about talking about it. That's why you're not a fucking comic.
I don't think anybody has a good 9/11 joke.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, 9/11.
That's the only stage where you could talk about stuff like that.
Right. And sometimes people need to talk about it to get through it.
That's what, my room or my old roommate, he was saying that he's like, comedy clubs should be a safe space to just talk about all, like, not be politically correct.
Right.
Just get it out there. But
Right.
honestly,
Well, what
No.
comedian is
Well,
politically correct? Like,
but you know what? People go to the show and they'll complain and be like, "Oh, you can't talk about
But
that."
I laughed.
Like I do a joke about different. I hit every race, but we were up in Marietta, and we did 2 shows up there at Ace's Comedy Club before they fucking tubed it. And so the first show, I get up there and I do the joke about different races, and I get to the the black portion of the joke, and I said, "Anybody seen the movie Rise of the Planet of the Apes?" They're like, "Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good flick." I think maybe they used it in the wrong way. I think maybe they should have used it as an educational film of some sort to kind of show the kids what would happen at school if we actually allowed the monkeys to take over and run this country. Oh fuck, we did. Did you vote? How'd that work for you? And so this white couple complains, older white couple complains about me calling the president a monkey. I said, well, if you look in the mirror and you see a monkey, then yeah, you should be offended by that joke, right? But if you don't, then it's not about you. And I never actually said Barack Obama looks like a fucking monkey. I didn't say that.
But he was president at the time?
He was.
So
I didn't say, that. But so I get up in the next show and I said, hey, this is a part of the joke where I would normally do this other part, but I can't do it because somebody complained in the first show.
But then the crowd got
So
antsy.
then the
Those
crowd
guys-
said, do it! Do it! I'm like, no, I can't do it. I told the owner I wouldn't do it. And do the joke! The chant starts, do the joke! And I'm like, okay, listen. If I do the joke, we can't have anybody fucking crying, going to complaining to management. Let's take it all like a fucking, And if you guys can handle it, I'll do the joke. Right. So I do the joke. Standing ovation. Everybody clapping like they just saw the best movie of their life. And I said, listen, I probably should have done the joke. But your response to that joke is completely uncalled for. You are some racist motherfuckers in Marietta. I know I wrote that joke. I think that joke is funny, but it's supposed to be 50-50. Half of the crowd's supposed to ooh and ah. The other half of the crowd's supposed to laugh and clap. But all of you together in unison, standing ovation, you're fucking racist motherfuckers. So I'm offended by that joke. But yeah, it was all right. But that's what I mean. It's like you should be able to do whatever you want. You should be able to talk about what you want. And unfortunately, people, want to let you know. Look at that little monkey. He is a racist motherfucker. I know.
John James is for sure.
Yeah,
John James is one funny
motorcycle riding, fucking trailer living
motherfucker.
motherfucker. He's a good, healthy white person.
He's cool though. He's got his own custom shopping carts. I dig that dude.
Yeah. So I hit everybody on that. I don't have a problem with it. If anybody's going to the beer tender out there, hit that left side right there in that glass. I'd appreciate that. All right, so. All right, so let's do this. That's all good.
You failing on your job, man.
Hey, she's a lesbian. Don't worry about it.
And a bartender, or just you tended bars?
All right,
I attended bars.
so this is a portion of the show. You know what? I have been doing my job tonight. Hello out there, everybody in Facebook world. We're taping the Pelon and Chubby show here on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock every week. Thanks for joining in. Tell your friends, spread the news. Turn in to the Pelon and Chubby show. We're here every week for your gratification, and we appreciate you all tuning in. All right, so this is the taping of the show.
Kelly's got rough hands.
I do?
Well, we'll explain that later. So,
Sandpaper.
all right, so wow. Friction is...
Friction's my friend.
Especially when you're...
Sorry I didn't lube my hands.
I didn't lube. So that's the lube.
Am I using proper technique?
No, that's whack.
Yeah.
Use the middle. Gotta use those right there.
Oh.
And side to side.
Oh, boy. You're a
Yeah,
lesbian,
boy.
too.
Huh?
They're
He
lesbians
has
trapped in
he has
vans.
supple.
Trained.
He has supple hands.
Supple.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
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 So this is where we talk about in the news.
Round the horn.
In the news, this is what's going on.
It's getting crazy out there, man. I mean,
Talk to me.
Texas police officers are shooting pregnant women.
Yeah, what happened
Wait,
with that?
what?
Yes, that did happen.
So this
that
is
was the
yours.
last thing she yelled.
That's
Think
the last
about
thing.
it.
I'm pregnant
Think
before
about
he shot
yours.
her.
I think they may
I gotta look this shit up.
Yeah, tell us everything.
talk to us.
Traffic stop. She was a little. It just got out of hand really fast, and she's down. She's screaming, hollering, and then she yells, "I'm pregnant!" And he's forcing her to the ground, and she's still combative, and he shot her.
Hold on, she's black for sure,
Killed.
right?
When was this?
Jesus Christ, black for sure.
Black for
She was.
Black for sure.
I'm just guessing.
That's
Yeah.
an automatic.
Oh my gosh.
And she yelled out, "She's pregnant!"
Right.
And that,
Why was she being pulled over? What was the crime?
The cop just thought she was a fat bitch. Come on now.
oh, damn, that's cold blooded, Rick. Come on, man.
I'm sorry. But she's black, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't happen to white people.
Not at that extreme, I guess.
Right.
You don't just
It
force
should
a
have probably
person to the
happened
ground.
more.
What state was
You
this
know,
in?
Texas.
right. Here's the thing.
Texas Ranger.
You know, I'm going to say this. It's a little cold. It's a little cold take on it. I mean, I feel bad for her in a way, but make your life matter more and we'll take your life more seriously.
Yeah.
Make your life better. Wait, because you feel like she was being.
I'm saying as a black community, make your life fucking matter more and we'll take you more seriously. Honestly. Clean up your own fucking backyard before you expect people to treat you differently. Well, as long as you're fucked up,
Just not for black
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All people.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's all.
I'm just saying.
I mean, because we had a crazy down in El Cajon.
Fix
who-
it.
Who was
Mexicans are the
and
same.
pointing
Fuck you
guns,
away.
Pointing guns
All these
at the cops. He
gangbangers and
was
shit.
Definitely going out on
Who
this.
does all the mass shootings?
Look.
White
White
males.
Look.
males.
Right. Okay. But there's a few.
Frustrated.
There's a few. How many of the fuckers are in jail? Who's predominantly filling our jails? Let's not tiptoe around this fucking thing.
But the jail system
I'm
is
just
not
telling
made
you. Okay,
for.
it's not fair for everybody. But guess what? Maybe their fucking lives are shittier to begin with, and whatever. They're not in ideal situations. But blacks and Mexicans are committing the majority of fucking crimes. Sorry. I don't want to be the bearer of fucking bad news, but do the math. Look at the statistics. Look at the stats.
That's not true.
Come on.
I think if you look at the stats, it's
I think
not
that's
true.
just what.
That's not true.
So,
I'm just telling you.
And a lot of that
I'm
was
100% Latino,
pulled
so
over for.
Don't you think it's
I'm
the
just telling
system though a little bit too?
the system has something to do with it also. But guess what? Fix your shit, man.
Yeah.
I know. I lived in Oakland for fucking how many years? I know how fucked up it is. I know what's going on. It doesn't have to be that way. You know, I know. Look, when you're deciding what community is a good community, when you go into somewhere and you know that you have to watch out, lock your doors and shit, what kind of community is it? Is it a white community? Fuck no, it's not. It's not. And we all want to be fucking politically correct. We want to fucking tiptoe around it because we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But it's always a fucking Mexican community, black community, where you don't feel fucking comfortable. And do you have a reason for it?
Where does that come from, though, right?
What?
So
We're just prejudiced?
Like the immigration.
Like nothing's going on?
Is it because it comes from a third world country that they come over here and then that neighborhood becomes
No, it's
better?
because they choose to
Or
do
is it just the neighborhood?
shit that they're not supposed to do. And why? Because they're put in a situation where they have to, maybe. I understand that part. It's survival. You got to do what you got to do. But if you don't want that fucking stigma, you don't want people looking at you crazy, then fucking change it. You got to change it. As a people, you got to change your own shit. Like, one of my buddies, Dennis Gaxiola, he's on Latin Kings of Comedy and shit. He says, dude, if as a community, if you're eating too much meat, your people are dying at an early age, mix in a salad every once in a while. Fucking get healthy. Right? Eating fried food and shit, and you're dying. You're like, why the fuck are our people dying? Are the white people killing us off? No, motherfucker. You're eating fried food every day, and you're not drinking water, and you're not living healthy. Duh. Why do you think your fucking people only live to 50, 60 years old? Do you need somebody to help you do the fucking math? If you started eating healthy, then maybe you guys would live longer. But we're not supposed to say that. It's not okay to say that. Oh, sorry.
Wait, you just said it.
But
Because I don't give a
said
fuck.
it.
I don't care. I'm gonna say whatever.
You just
look,
said it.
Look, if you're
said it.
tired of the stereotypes and all the stuff, fucking change something. Do something different. Be different. As a whole, not individually. I know there's individuals that are different, that don't fall into the thing. Look at Guy. He has his little fucked up black things, but he's not like full on black, like full on. He's more like Mexican whitish, right? He's not full on black, right?
Black on the outside.
If he was, I wouldn't let him in my
inside.
fucking house. But look, for reals,
I still get in. I get in where I fit in.
Right.
I get in where I fit in.
See, but he has done things that are
He dyed his tongue pink.
right,
so that's
different. That's just to invite the white chicks. Oh look,
He's
we
black.
match.
It's because he's black. I speak different languages.
He speaks
fit in.
Spanish.
I get in where I fit in. I
Right.
speak French.
See, he makes an effort.
I go out.
Chubby.
Oui, oui. Je l'aime pas, tu pas? Je l'aime?
That's how you talk to me.
Je
Fuck.
t'aime?
Well, no parle français.
Non, but si on peut.
So I mean, that's. I guess that might be the one topic that
That's still
fucking
we can't.
sets me off for the night.
That was your rant.
Maybe.
Hashtag Pelon rant.
Can't believe
Maybe.
you're not
We'll
a
see.
Scorpio.
What?
I mean, we can talk about the Orange Man too, but
So I can't believe you're not a Scorpio.
Cheese puff?
Cheese puff.
Scorpio rising?
So that was your the pregnant woman getting.
Pregnant woman
Yeah.
killed.
Are we cheese
Shot.
puffs?
That's awful.
I feel bad for her. I
Hey.
feel worse for the kid because the kid doesn't have nothing to do with that bitch.
Okay.
Did the kid, did the
Well,
was it true?
Yeah,
She
I'm-
died and the kid died?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Unless
Yep.
they did
And
miraculous.
what magical state just signed into law that little 11-year-old rape victims can't?
Alabama.
Look,
Alabama.
we already talked
Alabama.
about. We already talked about this.
When did we talk about
We
this?
talked about this
basically
abortion for any reason.
Abortion for any reason, but no, they just signed into law.
No
Look.
abortion.
Well,
Or abortion as birth control, I'm not okay with.
I get that.
After the fact, if you're out there and you're spreading your legs and you get pregnant, don't use it as birth control. I don't think that's cool. But if something heinous happens to you, like they're talking about in
Something
Alabama,
anus happens, you don't get pregnant.
right?
something anus happens, you don't get pregnant.
Just hope he puts it in the butt and misses, right?
Yes. You got a messed up system if you get pregnant from the anal.
Right. You're super fertile. You're gonna
I can high five most chicks and they get it.
right.
They get my seed.
Want this.
You don't want none of this fire.
You're gonna
baby.
spawn
You
sh-
don't want none of this fire.
You're gonna spawn shitballs.
Yeah.
Shitballs, my favorite word.
Right. So here's what I don't agree with that law in that sense, where it's so cut and dry. Why do laws have to be this or that? Why can't it be
Do you know if you're breaking them?
this is what we prefer, and then this is what happens sometimes, and so this is what we're gonna do? Why can't it be that
Have
way?
nuance in laws or case by case?
That's the
basis?
problem, is that it's so cut and dry that there's not a chance for anybody to, depart from what is written, where I think there should be some leniency here and there, and by a judge interpreting it in a different way should not change all law completely.
I hear you. It's the nature of law. So you're pro-life.
So here's my thing. So my thing is, just don't let these fuckers off the hook so easy. Just because you got pregnant one fucking drunken weekend doesn't mean you can fucking hatchet the thing. You know, you gotta own up to your responsibility sometimes. You made a mistake, you need to fucking pay the price. And the price is fucking living up to your mistakes. Now, if something against your will, that's a whole different fucking ballgame.
Yep.
But let's not be so quick to bail people fucking out. You know, people need to accept responsibility for decisions they make in life. You know, it's going to make you a better person. If you're bailed out your whole life, then what? When it becomes for real.
For real?
For real.
I know, it's pretty for real, being in a position to have a child that you're not in financial position to take care of, emotionally, you're not in a position, you don't have the help, maybe the guy, you know, like the kid.
Let me
I'm not
ask,
saying you should use it as birth control,
let me ask you this. Before
I don't know, you're doing the kid a favor?
You remember when you never had a car payment?
Yes.
Okay. Then you didn't have that budgeted in, but then you bought this car and somehow you afforded it.
Yeah, I'm sure
So,
the kids would survive.
The kid comes along, you don't have it budgeted, but somehow you make it work. Millions of people do.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for bullshit excuses why you can't do it, there's a bunch of them. You can write a whole book about it. But if you're being real, I made this motherfucker, I got to take care of it.
But a lot of people don't.
Right. Even the ones that think they can, don't.
Look at
Right.
And it's the whole thing of like, should women have control over their body?
Right. Now, their body, yes. The being that they made, I don't know. You're not very good at making decisions, obviously. So why should you be able to make a decision for this kid? Oh, it's not a kid yet.
But that's like, the condom broke. Oh, this, like, there's, you know, it's not just rape. I mean, some people
weren't ready. No plan B. No.
I'm not saying it should be cut and dry, but I'm just saying, I think we hand out the get out of jail free cards a little too easy on a lot of stuff. And I think we need to own up for our mistakes and what we do in life, decisions we make in life. And I think it will make better human beings later on. It might hurt today for a few years, but you'll be a better person later.
It'll definitely hurt in 9 months.
Right. In a few hours.
I'll agree on that.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? I think you're going to be a better human being when everything is said and done. You know, and I think that's why we're putting out all these shit fucking boxes that we got trolling around the roads and streets here as human beings.
Boxes?
Yeah, that we call human beings nowadays. And they're not. They're fucking turds that we've allowed to fucking grow in this world. And they should not. They should be fucking exterminated. This motherfucker should not be on this earth. But we've allowed them to grow. It's like some fucking terrible plant that got into our garden, our beautiful garden. And all of a sudden it grew. And then we just let it go. We need to. Hey, I'll tell you what. That movie. What are those movies called? There was a bunch of them that where they one day of the year they fucking right. I'm sorry, but
The problem is those
I kind of like that.
coming and shooting the good
Right.
So,
But no, we need to have it like, everybody. We need 500 people to raise their hand. Is that a piece of shit? Yes, done. So we've let this shit get too out of control. It's our fault. It's our fault for allowing it.
But
right?
one person's shit is another person's goal.
No, not in this case. These people are so fucking gone. These people are so fucking gone. You're like,
because you're talking about drug addicts.
right. Okay, it's drug addict. It happens to you. Somebody put the needle in your arm. Somebody pushed the pill down your throat. Somebody put the fucking blow in your nose. No, you chose that path. I'm sorry, you fucked up and chose that path, and nobody could bail you out.
They were children of people that had a coke addiction.
That's a different story. But everybody's got to go to that fucking card. Well, what if they got raped? That's the same thing, right? For abortion, we can't go to that extreme all the time. Those are extreme cases. Let's just go with the fucker that did it on their own, and now they're fucked up, and they didn't have anybody to help them out.
You get raped.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that are holding up the sign on the corner for money and don't want to work because they did so many drugs that nobody will hire them anymore. Should we give them money? Or should we tell them to fuck off and die? What should we do? Should we care? Should we just squash them? Fuck that piece of shit.
I think you take it
Should
case
we?
by case. I think it goes back to like,
Oh, really?
how'd they get there? If you walked a mile in their
Does it
shoes,
matter?
we don't know.
Does it matter how they got there?
Kind of. It matters what you can.
Unless you were force-fed the fucking drugs. Huh?
But maybe that person that day on that corner wasn't a druggie. Maybe you just had a bad
Maybe they're
run.
Maybe they
Vietnam
were
vets.
just
Maybe
a-
they have PTSD. Maybe that's
a
the only way they could cope.
grifter.
Maybe our state let them down. Maybe
PTSD, you
they
can't say
weren't.
snap
They
out
weren't
of
able
it.
to recover
Maybe he lost
from
his
helping
job.
our country.
You can't tell them to snap out of it.
And you can't get another one? You just say like,
I mean, I don't know.
I
Shit
lost my
happens.
job, I
But did
can't.
they pass the 500 pet factor? Did 500 people raise their hand and say, yeah, shit back?
That's right. It's really crowd.
We should initiate.
crowd
That should be the new fucking law that we pass.
500
All right, listen.
people were-
I know you don't want to trust me or this guy next to me. However, we're going to get together 500 people. And if all 500 of those fuckers say you're done, you're done.
We'll call it. We'll call it.
That would be interesting.
We'll call it the village. We'll call it the village. And then
Village.
those 500 people,
The village.
So it's not
because it takes a village.
There's 500 of us that
Takes a
say,
village.
you got to go.
Takes a village.
It does take a village.
Takes
Hey, you know what though?
Takes a village to build what?
Look,
Is that the word?
Yeah.
Takes
Oh,
a
to raise a
village to
child.
wipe out
It takes
a
a village to
village.
raise a kid.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Yeah, of course I'm talking shit about it and being extreme about it. But I honestly do feel for these people that are in that situation that don't have anything. But at the same time, at least make a fucking effort to get out of that situation. And that's what my issue is. They're not even trying. At least try. If you're trying, I'll fucking give you some money because I see you're trying. Like, offer to do something for the fucking $1 or $2 you're asking for. Do something. Whether it's blow me or fucking clean my windshield. Do something. Fuck. Right? Just me? All right.
I'm flipping through the summer movies or the upcoming movies.
Segue.
And I just wanted to get this guy off this
That
weekend.
is
Like,
actually
Speaking of the purge.
This summer.
That is
are we ready
transition.
for another remake movie though? I mean,
major transition.
you're in Hollywood and you're aspiring
Totally.
actress and you want to do bigger, better things.
Sure. Yes.
All these remakes, is that viable? Is that
I mean,
The
I don't
industry-
think they're necessary. I mean, like to remake Mary Poppins.
the remake Dumbo, the remake
Aladdin.
Look,
Aladdin, the
They're
remake
so good.
and Lion King.
It
so
just
many
feels like a
fucking
money
times.
maker and a way to, it's like the kids can watch the old version because they're amazing and have amazing actors in them. Let Emily Blunt do something else amazing.
I mean,
'cause
have
she's
we
amazing.
come
The voice team is amazing, and the cast that they got for the voices in these things are ridiculous.
What are we talking about right now?
Let's
Which
talk
film?
about the Lion King one. That one's got an amazing cast for voice
I haven't
artists.
seen the. There's a new Lion King.
Yeah, they got a new Lion
They're
King
like
coming.
Disney's doing like a whole
Everything, just
They're
everything.
doing,
But they're doing
All-
real version, not
all their
But why?
all their cartoons
Aladdin,
they're
it's
doing into real
real.
movies.
but why?
Dumbo's real.
Have all the
They made
writers,
a gazillion dollars on the first one, and they're like, let's put real people.
but have all the writers been sitting down and been like, no,
The writers don't have a choice.
throw it away.
The writers,
And
yeah.
no, like with new ideas and new movies, and they're all like,
Now-
fuck it, let's remake all this other shit.
I think we've reached a level of consciousness that we won't be able to have another original thought.
Oh, that's sad.
That is so sad.
Whoa.
So sad. to think about.
And you thought what I was talking
Well,
about was
I think
fucking.
Hollywood's
Well,
going through a big change. A big change.
now that Harvey's
Netflix,
gone,
Hollywood,
you know,
Netflix,
Doris Day.
Hollywood.
no,
Oh, Har-
Weinstein.
She's
Oh.
what, 97,
The
right?
Toucher.
Yeah, she was
She
97.
died 97.
Oh yeah.
Didn't want a funeral,
You know,
didn't
since
want
Harvey's
nothing.
since Harvey's been gone, Hollywood just hasn't been the same.
Hey, Natasha has used Brad Pitt's fork.
Do you use Brad Pitt's fork to brush
Knife and his steak knife.
to clean your pubes? What'd you do with them? Did you grind on them?
Seance,
Did you do something wicked?
seance around it.
Did you dance the dance in the
Got
midnight?
a child out of it. It's pretty amazing.
How,
I bet you. I
Got rid of
would.
that. Got rid of
I bet you I would. I would save a lock of his hair or some crazy shit.
I did. I saved a fork and a
You
knife.
got his
and
fork,
he
and my
licked.
goodness.
And his
Sarah goes
mouth.
tomorrow?
She got.
Try and
Did you send it to 23andMe? See if you guys were.
This is like just my cousin. Damn it.
I'm going all out.
Damn it.
grab.
Yeah.
Go good, man. Go
Keep
big.
going. Go
Hey,
big or
start
go
off by
hard. Go
listening.
home.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you're
Go big or go
expecting
home.
a show, if you want to make money,
Yeah.
but there's no show here. There's no glitz and glam, that warm and fuzzy. I'm all about making money, and this is how we do it.
This is not a facade. Everything that comes out
Let
of
me,
it,
let me,
you can't see runner or
Bro.
performance. But
And let me
when
put
his-
it like this. Let me put it like this. When I walk up to the hottest chick in the bar, and she would look at me like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like in an hour, you'll understand everything.
Yep. Actually, I'm giving you 15.
Right.
You getting 15 minutes.
You will understand everything. It
Every
all
bit
makes
of it.
sense.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm out
All right,
here.
hey,
Oh, you're out here.
Hey, good to see you,
good
brother.
luck on your presentation.
Yeah, good luck tomorrow.
Percolate.
hey,
Have fun.
believe in it,
It's
know
not
it,
the words,
and you'll kill it.
It's
Yes,
the
sir.
energy.
Yes.
And don't let people drown and get eaten by sharks. I think you'll be good. You promote that. That's golden. right
Hey,
there.
tell
That
him,
is
I'm gonna tell you a lie. My app will keep you from getting eaten by a shark.
There you go.
I think that's big.
He's attaching a GPS
That's huge.
to
Thanks, man.
athletes.
Take care, man.
Bye bye.
There's enough
I
room
think
for you to
it's a
get
big-
out. Let us know.
Let us know how it goes.
Okay, cool. Oh, no.
A laptop.
Is that your computer right here?
So, what else? You know what? I haven't been watching any of the news, which I feel better about myself because
Everything
I
is
think
because
Britney
there's
Spears is done, right?
what?
hundreds
Can
of
we talk about that?
species are becoming extinct.
Which ones?
Lots of species.
Oh yeah, I mean we're down to killing the earth. The earth is going to turn
The
around and
Earth
kill
is
us.
going to die.
It's going to turn and get
We
us.
can do damage control. That came out this
too late.
week. That was a big report.
I think it's trying to kill it. It's trying to bite back.
Probably is, but we're not helping with any our green gases and all that other stuff.
Any of the flatulence from cows,
Cow
and factory
farm,
farms.
yeah, gotta get rid of
it's
the
really
cows.
just about comes down to cow farms.
I love when stuff like that comes
Save the
out.
environment.
It blows my friends. I have a bunch of conservative friends. North Carolina, what's up? They did like the Trump train. They like all those talks and thoughts and everything. And I'm like, and then they blame it on California. And I'm like, shit, dude, we are like the largest state, but we don't make everything else happen.
They blame what? The climate degradation?
The thoughts that they say that we're programming people through Hollywood and all the movies and stuff.
We are.
Of course we are. Of course we are. But you know, it's like we suppress everything. You know, I think it's Disney actually. It's really Disney. It's Disney. It's a big. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I think it's Disney. It's Disney.
Well, have you been to Disneyland?
Yeah, it's been a while, but
That place.
I'm ready to go.
I think the world could disappear, but Disneyland would still be
yeah.
floating around
Yeah.
somewhere.
You ever heard of a death at Disneyland?
Has
You
there been
ever-
a death at
Always
Disneyland?
There's
announce
been-
it after.
Wait, a what?
After they
do,
leave.
They do a
what?
major cleanup. There's no publicity about it, but there's at least one or two fatal accidents, a
No.
death at.
I've never heard of any death.
Yeah.
It's the
because
happiest place
they
on earth,
hide
but
it.
it's the most dismal because they
Well, they do not.
They don't publicize
pronounce
it.
on
Every-
site.
and they don't publish it
How
on
often
site.
does that happen?
Right.
From like
Some
ride
foolish person-
accidents?
63.
Ride
When
accidents.
did they open? 1960.
They've been there since 1960.
The human head weighs
Yes.
10 pounds over here.
And I mean, there's been
Trivia
Couple.
master.
There's been a couple. One
the-
somebody
in
on
the
a people
hotel.
mover got eaten.
So,
Sounds like a people eater.
People eater.
People
Somebody
eater.
fell
Mover.
for- Remember the what was it in the air? They'd have those little things. Somebody fell off of it, but they never pronounced
They
it
never
death
put up to.
on site.
Wow.
I read about it.
so Heather Locklear is back in rehab.
What?
Yep.
On a show though? At least on a
What
show.
what is her major malfunction? The chick was like the hot. I think she's like Adderall or
Adderall.
blow or
It's gotta be something more than
she's
Adderall.
doing like blow and then she's doing I don't know who knows. But what is the like she started getting ugly and now she's feeling insecure so she's got to do drugs. Yeah, she's like 90, isn't she? How old is she?
Oh, Jesus. It's gotta be.
How old is she?
She's your age.
Nice
Oh,
shot.
the gloves
Nice
are coming
shot.
off.
He's about. He's about.
How about sports? You guys ever talk sports?
Yes, of course.
Are you sports fans?
deep,
Of course.
deep.
I am. Okay.
Right now, Los Dodgers and Los Padres are fighting right now.
I'm not even. No, but I have a rule.
Who's winning?
No baseball.
What's my name?
Chubby.
Heather.
Kelly.
I know you would call her Heather like 3 times. Whatever.
No, Heather.
Whatever. It's
Heather.
Kelly.
Now I know.
Kelly
Heather
Heath-
Locklear was
Kelly
on
Heath
here.
Chambers. Kelly Heath Chambers.
So
Kelly
Keith Barr.
Heathcliff.
The bar. Said the man with the clear tongue.
Heath
so
the Ledger.
I don't believe in baseball until NBA playoffs are over.
Me neither.
That's first.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So
Well, there's like 1 million and plus games.
you know what I love?
196
Here's what I love.
Teams is forever.
All these shitty announcers have been on the Kevin Durant bandwagon. They are a better team without Kevin Durant.
They play more cohesive.
Here comes
Yeah.
a Pelon rant. A
He
Pelon
wants
rant.
to
A Pelon
run the show,
Here comes a Pelon rant.
and he cannot run the show. He is not capable of running the show. He's not capable. That is Steph Curry's team, and he's proven that. He's proven it. So they obviously you have a Hall of Famer. He's going to add to the whole scenario, but he needs to be more of a role player than trying to take control.
You like that
The game needs to run through Steph.
personal distraction that Seth's going through right now?
What's that?
With his wife?
What is that?
His wife is showing out, and she's been on public media showing her ass, even though she's got kids and got
Steph
nothing else to do. Yeah, Steph Curry's wife. Yeah,
Yeah, because she's a pig now.
Aisha's
And
going
she's trying to feel
crazy.
sexy about
She got-
herself.
yeah, she's trying to.
She
feel
put on a
herself.
bunch of weight. She's feeling insecure.
Nice.
You know, and so now she wants. Am I still desirable? Do people still want me?
She's still married to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
And they have like
fine.
12
Whatever.
kids.
She's insecure.
Kids. Only 3 kids.
Whatever. She wants to be
Yeah,
desired.
To an NBA
She
player.
don't have
Hey,
to
so
do
there was some
anything.
rapper that was like,
Oh,
baby,
got a gold fucking
baby, I'll take care of you.
baby, you still look good. You
Yeah,
still
yeah.
look good.
So they got that clap back when that rapper spoke up, but yeah, she just needs some attention.
You still look good. I'll do it.
Yeah, she's good. I won't kick her out of bed for
Worst
these biscuits.
nightmare. What? Just like you need attention, somebody just like start showing your moves
Ass.
and ass. And your
Yeah, which I don't want to see.
Probably could make money off that though on Instagram.
You know what? The
I
thing
want to
she.
be a brand influencer, but I ain't got to show no sex. Sex ain't gonna sell this city.
Well, let's change the way that.
Alcohol
Hey,
does.
let's change the way everything's been sold forever and ever and ever,
Ever, never,
effectively.
never, ever, ever,
Yeah,
ever.
let's just say, no, now we're not going to use that method. Sex sells everything. Are you kidding? Fucking, a lot of these products wouldn't have made $1 if it wasn't for the way that they advertise it, the way that they do
Show some
everything.
skin then. What's up?
I'll take it all.
Take it. We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If it made a difference as far as our followers, I get naked on this motherfucker.
All day, every day. And our one follower just fell off.
And it went from
I wouldn't have one.
We went to 12 to 1.
I'm not shy. How much time we got on?
Nobody will try. Wait, what? TJ, I don't understand. Oh, sex and animals always sell. So we should bring some animals.
Animals.
Yeah.
that's something I don't
No,
like.
I think
That's the
I don't
smartest
think.
thing.
Like child.
Look,
That's the
I don't,
smartest thing I've
I don't
heard
think they were
ever.
supposed to go together.
TJ,
you were
that's the
saying
smartest thing I've ever heard.
sex sells some things,
Yeah.
and
Animals
animals
sell
sell other
others.
things.
Yeah.
Right.
I do
don't
like
think
it.
it
I
was
like your
together.
typo though. Nobody will dry in a casino either. No one will die in a casino.
Or dry hump in a casino.
Maybe. If I'm trying to get some
They
extra
might try
friction
out.
on the roulette wheel, I'll rub.
Yeah.
I know.
I think that's
I know.
okay.
I've been
Yeah.
dry. I've been dry.
You don't know how serious that is.
I don't know. I think
I'm
people
over
drop
here.
dead in casinos all the time.
I'm
been
gonna need a
dry.
minute. I'm gonna need a minute.
You hear everything?
No, yeah.
Did you just hear her?
No, yeah.
I've been dry humped in a casino.
Lord have mercy.
Fanny burp?
The crab
Black people,
Oh my
black
gosh.
people, black people.
on the crab's table.
On the craps table.
Fucking dry humped.
We don't do anything. We really don't do anything here for an hour and 90 minutes. You just got to
Has it
put us
been
out to
90
dry.
minutes?
Just got to put us out to dry.
We've been on for an hour and a half.
Yeah. So you guys
That's it.
put
That's all
yourselves
you
out to dry.
get.
That's
That's all
it.
you get.
Oh, an hour and a half. That's it.
That's it.
Wow.
You got to tune in next week for your next fix.
Yeah. No.
See if you're 500.
we got some input.
Census.
What's up, Nina Golden? What's up,
I know.
TJ? Thanks you for kicking it back here with this watch party. Dino Cabron.
Drive by.
That would be huge.
That would be huge.
It's huge.
I mean,
You should have it end on one of Kelly's.
We need
part
like
of her
like
stand-up
some-
comedy.
So let's go. Yeah, that's a good idea. So we are going to end the way we always end in a minute.
That's intense.
But Kelly is our guest, and we
that's a
want her
lot.
to end with a little chunket of knowledge or
A
information,
chunkette of
something
knowledge.
that is significant to her, something
Just don't do a
a
carver.
weird moment that happened.
A weird moment was my first orgasm might have been at the Korean spa. My first and possibly only.
And
See.
I'm done.
Right.
I think you just got like 45 new views.
Nice. So
Do you guys
Korean
know about the Korean day spas? I don't think you do.
They're not supposed to be happy ending spas.
TJ, you're more than welcome to come down. I'll show you where our
So
secret
then
location is.
what happened? Just give us like the cliff notes of what happened there at the Asian spa.
These women that work there wear diapers.
Giant black underpants.
Okay.
They cover you in sour cucumber.
All right.
Shove your face into a foam donut.
And then how would the coming part happen?
There was none of that. It was more to bring light to the fact of
I thought you had the
my
first
own
orgasm
sexual
there.
dysfunction. I think so. I was like, what is happening right now? This is what everyone's been talking about my whole life.
What was this? I mean, but what was the
How did-
stimulation?
was it the
this?
explosion?
She was like, she was bouncing.
Okay.
Just bouncing you.
Okay.
And I was so relaxed and so not expecting
It just
anything of
slipped
that
out?
sort.
Oh.
I was just like,
what
oh my
was
gosh,
that?
I don't want this to be the first time, but this feels so good. Then she stopped right before.
And then she stopped right before?
So, did or didn't?
No, TJ, I can handle that. I can handle that.
Did
You're
or
more than
didn't?
welcome.
She stopped before.
You got there?
She probably was like, why is her body quivering and her toes curling?
You know, it's such a
why is she
release.
like, why is hair coming out of her ears and they're becoming pointy? And oh!
I thought werewolves were in
remember-
London. That was crazy.
You guys were talking about the wrong
I
stuff.
thought
Did
werewolves.
you-
You said you wanted in on a chunk of it, all right?
Did you remember that movie Porky's?
Oh my God.
Yes.
When they're up in the top and where they that was a great movie. Matthew Brown, what's up, man? We went to high school with that guy.
Wow.
Neil Singh, what's going on? What?
The future is so bright.
Shit.
There's a roller skate
Oh, is that
break
upstairs?
above your...
Something's going
Roller
on.
derby.
Lord.
Roller derby going on upstairs.
Well,
Are you wearing tights underneath your
Totally.
jeans?
Tights under jeans?
Totally. No.
That cake is
goes-
going to be tasty later on.
she goes like
That's
this.
damn sure.
so we appreciate everybody tuning in every Wednesday. The only way we can get this show to take off and do what it's supposed to do
Show up.
is if all you share with your friends. Tell everybody you know to tune into the Pelon and Chubby show every Wednesday night. It's okay if you watch on the Facebook Live, but more important, go to any platform that you like. Check out our podcast. Type in your browser Pelon and Chubby. We're the only ones there. We have that
Cornered
good fortune,
market.
right?
Yeah, good fortune.
So go in there and check out Pelon and Chubby. It'll pull up on everything. If you're one of those Apple cuckoos that only does Apple things, we're on there too, right? Spotify, we're on everywhere. So tune it in. Check out some of the old episodes, some of the new episodes. There's over 80 episodes available to you. Check them out. If you want to, if you have a company you want to sponsor the show, we will mention you. We will put you on everything possible for a few cents on the dollar. If you wait till later on to jump on the fucking meal train that we're going to provide for you, it's going to cost you too much, fuckers. You won't be able to. You won't be able to afford it. Jump on now. We'll keep you on the low price all the way through the whole thing. We need money. We need fucking truckloads of money to make this thing happen the way it's supposed to happen. So if you have FU money, you're flushing it down the toilet, send it our way. We'll make it work for you, and we'll make you a profit. But that's the PSA for the night. We appreciate you just tuning in and listening and being part of the show. We had Kelly, the Heat, Chambers. Tonight we had Eddie Hoffman here talking about his new app that's available for all you people exerting way too much energy for me. And then, of course, Chubby was here. With the Lesbians were here. It's fucking been a great show. And we appreciate you for appreciating us. And thanks for tuning in. As always, we'll be here next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Tune in to the Pelon and Chubby Show. Until then,
Stay
see
sharp.
ya!
Good night, everybody.